Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's Scape bringing you guys another video, and in today's video we're going to be continuing the HYPERSCAPE series we've been doing here. So I did not expect to be able to upload another video as soon as I am, but it's actually kind of pretty shitty weather outside for landscaping, mowing, and weed whacking, that sort of thing, so they sent us home early today. So yeah, we're going to jump right back into things where we left off. We'll go ahead and, again, set the quality as high as we can for you guys, get this full screened, and jump right back into things. So I'll let this go ahead and play through one time, and we'll go back and obviously do the reaction, breakdown, that sort of thing.
Welcome to HYPERSCAPE. If you're an up-and-coming contender looking to up your Crown Rush game, then you come to the right place. My name is Kaylin, I'm a community representative here at Ubisoft, and these are 5 essential tips to help you give a leg up in Neo Arcadia. Knowing the best spots to find loot is key to starting a match off well. While there's gear located all over the map, keep your eyes peeled for painted buildings with glowing orange barricades on their windows and doors. This is where you'll find the highest concentrations of weapons and hacks. Want more powerful gear? There are 9 unique districts with key landmarks that offer a greater chance of snagging fully fused weapons and hacks. You'll want to keep your ears open for supply crates as they emit a unique sound and have a greater chance of dropping more powerful, fully fused gear. In HYPERSCAPE, we want you to feel like you're always in the middle of the action. Simply pick up a duplicate of a weapon or hack that you're already holding, and it'll instantly upgrade into a more powerful version of itself. This is called fusion. Using weapons improves their damage and magazine size, helping to eliminate opponents faster. Using hacks lowers their cooldowns, which can set up some powerful combos. Even on their own, readily available hacks can turn the tide of the battle. Need a quick vantage point? Simply aim the wall hack at your feet for an impromptu sniper tower. Since players drop their fused gear when they die, this is an easy way to snag your favorites. And if your weapons or hacks are fully fused, picking up another copy will refill your ammo or instantly reset your cooldown. During a Crown Rush match, you'll notice different parts of the map beginning to decay and phase out of existence. Starting on the outer edges of the map, the decay takes over Neo Arcadia's many sectors, one by one. Once an area starts to decay, an icon will appear on screen indicating the direction and distance to the nearest safe zone. Weapons and hacks still work in the decay, so don't be afraid to use them to get yourself out of a sticky situation. For instance, the ball hack can get you out of the decay faster and make you a much harder target. In HYPERSCAPE, elimination isn't necessarily the end, so long as your squad remains in the game. Once you've been eliminated, you'll come back as an Echo, a digital ghost roaming the streets of Neo Arcadia. Being an Echo comes with a unique benefit. You are entirely invisible to all enemy contenders. While you won't be able to use hacks or weapons, you can still help your squad gain a tactical advantage. Scout ahead and use the ping system to call out loot and enemies. But keep in mind, as an Echo, you won't be able to break the barricades on doors or windows, so plan your route accordingly. Any enemy contenders who are eliminated drop a single-use restore point, which will be marked both in the world and on the map. As an Echo, interact with the restore point to alert your squad that you are ready to be restored. Once a squad mate arrives to the scene, they can take a moment to restore your Echo, returning you to your contender form. While you won't be restored with your weapons and hacks, you will retain all of your ammo. Each match of Crown Rush presents 2 distinct paths to victory. Either be the last squad standing in Neo Arcadia, or secure and protect the coveted crown. Within the final sector of the map, the crown will appear. When you pick up the crown, a countdown will start, and you will be marked on the map for all contenders to see. Your number 1 priority now is to stay alive until the end of the countdown, securing a crown victory for you and your team. This typically means avoiding prolonged shootouts, knowing your escape routes, and relying on your squad to help keep you alive. Certain hacks, like teleport and slam, are particularly useful for keeping yourself alive and mobile throughout the showdown. Alternatively, since the crown spawn point is clearly marked on the map, you can choose to sit back and take out anyone reckless enough to rush its location without a solid plan. That's only the beginning though. Hacks, weapons, quick wits, and traversal options open up so many different combinations and synergies on your hunt for the crown. Let us know your favorite strategies, and we'll see you in the HYPERSCAPE.
Dude, I miss this game so much. Like, the atmosphere in this game was fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down a little bit so I can, like, kind of get a gist of certain talking points as we're going back through. But yeah, there was definitely a few things I wanted to talk about, but a lot of it I feel like I've already kind of discussed in terms of like different abilities and hacks, that sort of thing. She was definitely talking about the fusions and how basically you could fuse the different levels, and essentially that was like their way of like quick looting, getting you right back into the fight rather than needing to mess with ammo types, needing to mess with different attachments that may not even go to the weapon that you're holding. Just various different little things like that, absolutely just immediately negated by the fact that everything in the game that you loot is just immediately like a fusible item, essentially. So you would essentially just go ahead and say this guy has, or whoever's playing right now, they have a wall and they have a teleport. If this right here was either a wall or a teleport, you would go ahead and fuse it and be able to essentially just get one of these little bars up here, and you could do that a total of 5 times. So obviously the initial one where you pick it up, and then the 4 levels where you're actually able to fuse it. And like I said, that just made the looting so much easier, so simplistic, and you could get right back into that fight like I said before. Just best way they could have possibly done it for this fast-paced game. There was no way they could have potentially made it to where like you're sitting there in somebody's loot box and you're sitting there going through a bunch of different items, kind of like Apex. Like you're gonna get shot 100% of the time in this game. There's too much going on. It was way too quick, and if they would have sat you in like a menu essentially in order to loot, it would have been a terrible time. They were also talking about how the shadows actually couldn't break like the windows and the barriers essentially. And I totally forgot about that. But as soon as she said that, I was like, oh my God, yeah, you're right. And I remember running into that problem all the time. You'd be like looking for the easiest route back to your team or whatever so you could get rezzed, and you'd have to freaking run all the way around a block, like a building block, obviously. And yeah, it was just it was annoying sometimes where you'd have to almost have one of your teammates come over and either smack your way for you or be following them through like already open doors and that sort of thing. But yeah, as soon as you run into like a closed barrier when you're in the echo form, irritating. I can't say it's something that would like ruined the game for me by any means. Like it was just one of those things you had to work around essentially. Yeah, talking about fusions here. Echo brought up that whole thing. The decay, they were talking about how you could use your abilities and all that in there. After a certain amount of time, I think after it's actually fully deteriorated, it will actually start to damage you for being in that area. Like you can see them getting that red tick right there. It basically just takes your health down super slow. But yeah, it basically gives you the closest location to getting out. It'll ping it for you, as you can see right there, that little like run icon, little like almost like an exit symbol. Yeah. And I mean, that's pretty much all there was really to talk about in this one, if I'm remembering correctly. And like I said, the atmosphere in this game was just great. I just loved this game all around. Everything about this game was just such a good time, to be honest. I don't know why people didn't want to put the time in to actually get good at this game, but that's all it would have taken for this game to really succeed. And nobody wanted to dedicate that time, and it's like the people that did have that valid excuse of like there wasn't really a bunch to work towards. There wasn't, you know, constant updates keeping you engaged. That was definitely an issue, and I can't even deny that that was an issue. And towards Season 3, you could definitely feel them falling off. Like, you could feel it was happening before it actually even happened.
Two distinct paths to victory. Either the last spot standing in Neo Arcadia, or secure and protect.
But yeah, I was talking about this before, how there's 2 ways to win. Basically just, you know, last survivor or hold the crown for 45 seconds.
And you will be marked on the map for all contenders to see. Your number 1 priority now is to stay alive until the end of the countdown, securing a crown victory for you and your team. This typically means avoiding prolonged shootouts, knowing your escape routes.
Yeah, I think while you were holding the crown, it actually took longer for you to heal as well.
useful for keeping yourself alive.
And if I remember correctly, I think there was actually a way that you could drop the crown at any time, but I could be wrong about that. I think maybe that was only like a PC thing, but I could have swore that there was a way to actually go ahead and drop the crown. Kind of like in Fortnite, you could go into your inventory and say you just won a game, you had a crown royale or whatever, you could go back in and you'd be able to just drop your crown for somebody else if you wanted to. But it kind of worked that same way. Obviously, not in this game where you're not gonna, spawn in with a crown in this game. You would freaking obviously have to wait until that like end zone game, like end game, and then you'd be able to pick up the crown or whatever. But I swear there was a way to drop it. Maybe there's not. Maybe I'm confusing that with the whole like Fortnite mechanic. But yeah. And yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for this one. Man, maybe we should. I want to go into the cinematic one. That cinematic is so good. There's such a high quality trailer. Like, you cannot tell me this marketing is bad.
Wait, what was that?
Look at this shit, dude.
Hack in the HYPERSCAPE. That's not supposed to be there. Let me get you all up to speed, okay? About 30 years ago, everything that we feared about our
That's crazy. This started in 2022.
We made some good decisions.
Just went back to 2022.
We made some bad decisions. Actually, we made
Which was ironically the year this shut down.
So, here we are. 10 billion souls living in the crush of the megacities. But the people at Prisma changed everything.
Yeah, see, it's like a VR reality game show.
Everyone a way out. The HYPERSCAPE.
Look at this shit. So cool, dude.
HYPERSCAPE
How did this fail?
by far is Crown Rush. This is where anyone can become someone.
That was a Basilisk, by the way. That guy in the freaking mask. Not this one. This is a female. Got Ace. I'm not sure what her name is. I keep seeing her everywhere, and I'm just like, I cannot remember what her name was for the life of me. Somebody will know. Yeah, this dude. This is Basilisk.
If you get good at Crown Rush, it can change your life. But strange things have been happening lately. Rumors of people getting hurt. Users disappearing from the real world. A darker secret lies at the heart of HYPERSCAPE. And we have to find it.
Dude, this is...
Some of us are searching for a way up. Some of us for a way out. And for others, a new way altogether. That's what brings us to the edge of the future. To the HYPERSCAPE.
Oh my god, dude. Watching these makes me want to play it so bad. Watching this and wanting to play it this bad and then knowing you can't. Oh my god, dude. That trailer was so good. Like, again, how did this game fail? I think honestly, in terms of a live service game, in terms of the things it was competing with, it definitely was not getting the content it needed. And I've already, come up with that idea of like, dude, this was literally a Ubisoft battle royale. They could have taken every single main character or person you would want to be from another Ubisoft title, made it into a character for this game. And then that would have been so much easy content. Like, just right out there on the nose, dude, and they just like overlooked that. I don't know if they didn't want to do it, but they definitely started to do it with like the Assassin's Creed stuff. So obviously the whole HYPERSCAPE aesthetic and, the whole theme of that being in like a alternate reality, that sort of thing, that kind of fits the whole Animus thing from Assassin's Creed. So that was like an easy, obviously, like, oh, of course we're gonna do this one, but like you could have easily done it with the rest of the titles as well. That's all I'm trying to get at. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there for this one. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys are, again, excited for the return of HYPERSCAPE, because I just cannot, again, I cannot shut up about this game. I love this game. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series so far. Let me know what character you used to main if you did play the game. I'm interested to know what skins are out there that maybe I didn't even realize, or like, honestly, this chick right here with the golden mask that I kept seeing in like the green hood and like the red pants and stuff like that. Let me know what her name is if you also know, because I keep seeing her everywhere and I cannot remember what her name is for the life of me. I don't even think I had one of her skins, if I'm being real. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace.